What's up, Facebook? Welcome back to another episode of my journey to Hyrox. If you are new to my channel, then I appreciate you for showing up. And if you don't mind, please hit the like and subscribe button so you can be alerted when I release a new video to my channel. Then hopefully you'll follow along as I prepare for Hyrox Chicago on November 5th.
Dear me, 3 to 6 months. Watch how I make you proud.
We're about a week and a half out, maybe a little bit over a week and a half out from Hyrox. There's only a few training sessions left. Today is a Monday, and I decided to do a simulation, a 1-hour simulation, just to kind of see and get a gauge where I'm at. Simulations are great if you're preparing for any event, because it does two things. First, it lets you know what your limitations or where your cappy is. One, and number two, if you do a simulation right and you use the right weights and the right equipment, you can really get a gauge of how you're going to feel at different phases in the race. For me, my biggest issue, and if you follow along in the previous weeks, and my biggest issue has definitely been and continues to be burpee broad jumps. In today's simulation, the burpee broad jumps took me out. I'm assuming that when I get to the competition, I'm actually going to be more proficient at the burpee broad jumps, because the adrenaline and the motivation and having people beside me will push me to perform better. But right now, my burpee broad jumps still pretty much suck. So this is probably my 4th or 5th simulation, and I've narrowed it down to I'm probably going to average about 10 minutes per exercise, including the run that precedes the exercise. I'm probably going to average about 10 minutes of that, a 10-minute time frame. So that overall should put me at about 1 hour and 20 minutes. I'm trying to beat the 1 hour and 30-minute time. That will put me a little bit above average. So I'm trying to beat that. And so if I go 10 minutes per station, including the run that precedes that station, then that puts me about 1 hour and 20 minutes. It also gives me kind of 10 minutes to play with. I think most of that time is going to be allocated, most of that additional time is going to be allocated to burpees and sandbag lunges. So I think I'm going to be cutting it close, but I'm pretty confident I should make it. Being so close, I'm actually down to now training for what I call quantity versus quality. I'm sorry, quality versus quantity. It's not about simply just getting the work in. It's about getting the work in, making sure it's quality work, making sure I'm going to get the correct credit for my reps. I'm not going to get no reps, and just overall, just better quality. Earlier in my training program, largely it was about just building work capacity. And so I was focused more on quantity, and I just wanted to get a lot in. You always kind of look out for performance, for technique, but the closer you get to a competition, the more you kind of focus on it, and the more that becomes the priority or the currency of choice in regards to training. With me being an older athlete, one of the things I have to be really cognizant and factor in is recovery time. And so I've already kind of started tapering my workouts down so I can give myself more time to recover. I probably need, the typical young guy probably only needs a couple days or a week to recover properly for Hyrox. But for me, I probably need about 2 weeks. So right now I have about, I'm taking a break.
Tomorrow I have Thursday, strength day Friday, no, strength day tomorrow, no, strength day Thursday, Hyrox Friday.
So I have about 4 more training sessions left before we leave next Friday for the Hyrox competition. again, I'm really gearing it towards doing more quantity versus quality. The two things I'm gonna focus on definitely are the burpee broad jumps and the lunges. At this point in my training, if it's not there, it's not going to be there. So as far as getting performance gains from just adaptions in the muscle and adaptions in my endurance or my strength endurance, getting physical or biological adaptions, that's kind of past. If it's not there, it's not going to be there. Nothing I will do today will be able to provide me adaptation for next Saturday. So right now, the only benefit I could really get out of training is number one, maintaining current fitness level, and two, improving just technical understanding of a specific event. And so that's kind of what I'm focused on. And that is one of the big priorities of focusing on quantity or quality versus quantity, is you understand that you've reached a point where the physical or the biological adaptations that you're going to get from training is no longer going to be there, or by the time they set in, Hyrox is already passed. And so you really just focus more on being more technically savvy and technically solid in your performance. Well, that's it for me for this week. Check out my video of my time trial for today. You can tell the burpees were brutal. I was actually pretty much maintaining a good pace for the first 3 stations, but the burpees took me out. Check you guys out. Peace, love, and soul. Thank you for taking the time. And again, if you don't mind, please hit the like and subscribe button. And I see you guys next week. Next week is the week of the competition, so I might do a couple more videos just to ramp up. I'm definitely going to do a video with me in the hotel and me kind of showing the environment, so or the facility. So I see you guys next week. And if you are at Hyrox Chicago, holla at your boy if you see me. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.